My first memories of fashion was going through my grandpa's closet. It was far beyond anything that I've seen in my local stores or even what my friends are wearing. Blazers, it was even a barong, and I was like, I never seen anything like this before. You know, going to the mall, you don't see pieces like this, so I was so interested. Right there, it sparked my interest, like, what was this and what is the story of it? That already sparked that interest for me, like, I want to dress how elevated my grandpa was. I'm Justin Sergio Navarra, and my brand is Sergio Velen. Growing up in a Filipino household, my family, they were working in the medical field. My mom, she was in the birthing center. My grandpa was doing medical missions, and it was more expected for me to follow along their steps. After high school, my father really was pushing me to play basketball in the Philippines, basically like relive his dreams. And I actually moved there. I was playing at Jose Rizal University. I noticed I wasn't in love with this, and I didn't want to continue to do this because it wasn't my dream. So I gave it a year, and I had a conversation with my family saying, I don't want to do this anymore. My heart is not in it. So after we spoke, I told them I want to move to LA and pursue this career in fashion, and they're actually really supportive. They always saw that I had an interest in sewing. Like my mom, she had a sewing machine, and she would make all of our pillow covers, and I was always messing around with it and trying to make stuff like t-shirts and put pockets on them, and cutting up my dad's jerseys and reworking things to make like cool t-shirts or anything different. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so I always had to have been creative and make something new for that year of school, or just have something new and fresh. They were supportive because they knew I had an eye for creating, and they knew I loved that, and they knew it was in me. I moved to LA in 2015, and I knew I wanted to do something in fashion, but I got caught up with working a regular day job, and those dreams kind of fell behind. But when pandemic hit, I had enough time to gather my thoughts and realize what I came here to do. Sergio Velin is a heritage brand. It touches on my family, and everything is referenced from what they wore to their careers. And I had all of these scrapbooks of my family and everything they wore, and to see how they dress compared to what is available now, it's like I saw that there's my way in, and how I could be different from all the brands. There are so many this day, but if I design with intention and with these references of real life, I knew I would stand out. Some of the first reactions when I first dropped the collection was, what is on that sweater? Is it a truck? And right there is when I knew, like, I got them. Like, now I could tell the story deeper because everything I designed had a purpose and a meaning. It was a jeepney, and that was the public transportation in the Philippines, and that was like that conversation starter. Like, if you're wearing this, it's like, what is that? I love that reaction because I was able to go deeper with the meaning of why I designed these pieces, especially the jeepney, to tell what it was and educate. I wanted to use these references because that's my story. I remembered from when I was in my grandpa's closet, seeing that barong and how fascinating I was by something like that, and I'd never seen. And I want, when people shop the collection or even just look at the collection, they're fascinated and like, what is this? And like the reaction of the jeepney sweater, like, what is that? Or even my choice of using organzas over like denim is like, why? So how I design is I want that same wow of what is this? I want that reaction of when people look at my pieces, how I looked at the barong in my grandpa's closet. And now working on my second collection, I just know I wouldn't have been able to even finish the first without my parents' support. And when they see it, I think that's my moment of my why. Like, why I do this? It's because it's for them. It's to make them feel proud of my decisions of not pursuing what they wanted me to do and actually doing what I wanted. I hope this inspires somebody that was in my position when I was young, when I was scared to tell my family that I wanted to do something different than what they told me to do. Wanting to please their parents and not following what they wanted to do, and actually give them the strength to tell them, hey, I wanted music or fashion, that you could pursue that. So with the next collection, it's diving into more references. I have a big family, so I have so many people I want to touch up on. In the first collection, it was a little bit of everyone. Now I'm really going into, okay, this is my uncle, this is how he dressed, and this collection's about him, or even my father or my aunt. This next collection is very important to me. It's like how my family coming here from the Philippines, they had something to prove. There wasn't a lot of Filipinos back then. And me coming into this industry where there's a lack of Filipino representation, it's exactly how my family had to prove that they belong here in America. I belong here in this industry.